Welcome to incident number 3, if that's what the correct number is. Also known as This is School on Friday, the 4th of February 2022. So, I got in, came in the form class, form teacher popped out, said, "Sir, just so you know, when the bell goes, I have to leave to go talk to the female head of year." "Oh, why don't you go now?" "Oh, okay." And I left, went down to her room. She wasn't there, but another teacher was, and the other teacher said, "Oh, why don't you just wait here until she comes?" And I did. I waited about 15 minutes, and I decided to we'll leave because the bell was about to go to get the first class. But on my way to class, I saw the form teacher and the female head of year talking to Jack, and they all saw me. I was waiting to talk to the female head of year, and I sort of I could hear a little what they were saying, um, but not enough to like sort of interpret what the topic of the conversation was, because I wanted to respect at least a little privacy. But once they were done talking, I talked to her, and the topic of the conversation was my physical health, which Jack has nothing to do with. He is not affecting my physical health in any way. I just want to make that clear. Because I came into the PE hall and they were already voting on what the game was. And almost everyone was at the back to vote for football. So I went there, and everyone said, "No, don't go here. Go over there to vote for other thing." I don't know what it was. So I went over there, but Jack was there, and he said, "Don, go away. I'm not allowed to talk to you," or something like that. And I said, "No, I've been told to go here. Like, I'm not going here to talk." I was trying to say that, I'm not going here to talk to you. I'm going here to do PE. But before I could do that, he just stormed off, and then he eventually came back in and sat at the other side of the room. So we did PE, which was fine, and then eventually, when it was over, I went to go get my bag and all, and Jack said, "Don, why you keep staring at me?" I said, and I sort of was staring at him because I didn't have my glasses on, and from a distance it looked like he was making fun of me the way he was sitting. And I know if Jack's not gonna watch this video, but let's say he does, he's gonna think, "Oh, Don, thanks. I wasn't doing that, Don, and all." I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying it sort of looked like that, and that's why I was staring. I apologize for staring, but instead of saying that, I am genuinely sorry for it. But instead of saying that, I said, "Oh, like piss off, whatever." So yeah. Outside of general, people who like weren't aren't in my foreign class and don't really know Jack, we're all going, "Don, what did you do?" I go, "What are you talking about? You know what you did. What did you do?" And really, I didn't. But they were talking about Jack because Jack must have, or actually, it might not even been Jack. And I'm going to assume what has happened here. As soon as I left, Jack came in and was told to go to the female head of year. And everyone assumed that it was because of me, which I'll explain soon why it wasn't me, because I want to keep this in as good a chronological order as I can. Also, by the way, at the time I assumed that this was all about the racism, because I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the day after Suicide Watch, um, the female head of year created a list of names of people who have just everyone in the Magicians. I'm going to call this the hit list because that's sort of what it was. So I assumed it was about the hit list. So I was going to create a video alongside this video where I'll be like, my name is Dylan Hamilton, this is the truth about what happened in... I was going to name drop the school because I felt that was necessary. So this is what happened at the school from the 17th of January 2022 until the 4th of February 2022. And I was just going to explain everything that happened between then and now, like the racism, the suicide watch, etc., to try and clear my name. And I was going to say that afterwards, that from all this, it should be obvious that I am not the enemy here. It is male head of year, because I thought it was the male head of year going around spreading rumours. But while that is true, that's not what happened today. So I'm not going to create that video. So eventually they were all... I tried to be rational with them. And at first they weren't being rational, but eventually they did calm down and allow me to tell them everything from the start. And I did start off with the racism, but then something happened that make all of us realize that it had nothing to do with the racism. It actually had to do with the classroom. And I said to them, I didn't report the classroom. It was another person. I'm going to give this other person a fake name. I'm going to call him John. I'd say before we actually went into the class, which is opposite the form teacher's classroom, and the form teacher's coming out to bring his class in, John said, "Sir, have you seen the form classroom recently?" "No, John, I haven't. Why?" Just look at it. I know that I said in the video for that day that I also reported it at the same time. That's true. So, I admit that I did lie to these boys. I'm going to call them the spread. I know that sounds cringe, but just I hope that they spread the truth about this. And I know that that's hypocritical considering I've just admitted that I lied to them. But even if I told the truth, I think I would still be in the clear here with them. So here is really what happened. Two people who aren't me, I'm none of them. I'm going to give these two people fake names. Anakin and Obi-Wan, because both those guys are big fans of Star Wars, probably even bigger fans of Star Wars than I am. Both of them went up to one of the head of years, or maybe both, and said that they believe that Jack has given the code to person who no longer goes this soul. Boom bam, right? So a member of the spread overheard this and said, "Oh yeah, I remember Anakin and Obi-Wan were talking to the head of year about this. So actually, yeah, it wasn't Dylan. Oh yeah, right, it isn't Dylan." So it wasn't me. Afterwards we had English, and before all this happened, I was planning to speak to Miss to say, can you send a message to Jack? The message was about the video, the truth that I was going to make. And I was gonna get this message to him somehow. The message was, I've uploaded a video called The Truth. Watch it if you want. If you watch it, you'll come to understand that I had nothing to do with this. But if you don't watch it, do not ever again talk crap about me or blame me for anything. Because it's your fault because you didn't watch the video. And that seems rational, right? Because I've given... if I uploaded that video, then I would have given evidence that it wasn't me. Just that Jack would be refusing to see the evidence, which means it's his fault. But enough about that, because it's not about that. So class went fine. And there wasn't really anything to it. So in media, and at this point, I was fine. I was happy again. Outside the classroom before we came in, I asked the two other guys that are in the class, did you do the homework? Both of them said yes. Oh, sorry, one of them said yeah, the other one went, there was homework? And the guy said that he did do the homework, said, oh, it doesn't matter, the teacher never checks the homework, which is somewhat true. But then when we went in, he went to check the homework, so thanks